That's right, guys, she's finally here, and is she worth the wait? Well, she did get some substantial buffs to the global version, doing up to around 50% more than what we expected her to do due to her buffs in global compared to her JP counterpart. White Lily Dark Fina is here, so let's jump in. Let's go over her for you guys today. She is going to be a Chaos Wave / Chaos Wave Awakened with a little bit of Graviton Cannon in there for you guys to get your hands on. Her TMR here is the Sorceress of Hess. It is going to be a materia, 50% magic when equipped with a robe, as well as fire, earth, and dark resist plus 20%. So nothing super crazy substantial. 50% magic unconditionally is okay as long as you have a robe equipped. I guess it does have a condition, and then a little bit of elemental resistance is fine. Her super TMR is the True Empress Birch, which is a whip with 172 magic as well as 74 attack, and it has the effect of Sorceress's Whip, which is going to give you 50% true double hand magic. So true double hand magic isn't the hardest thing to get in the world, and it's not true dual wield, but it could be very, very good if you are planning on using Dark Fina for a very, very, very long time here in global. It also works very well with AI Katy Perry's super TMR, because that does allow any character to equip whips. So keep that in mind as well. If you do have access to AI Katy Perry Super TMR, you won't be as limited with the True Empress Birch, because not all of the mages in the game can equip whips. Some of them can, most of them can, but some of them cannot. But if you can circumvent that with AI Katy Perry Super TMR, as that allows you to equip whips, the use of True Empress Birch goes up. If you are using it in a true double hand build, it is very strong. Her equipment selection does include rods, whips, staves, and maces. Her armor selection, hats, clothing, and you've guessed it, robes. Now let's get in here for you guys here. She does have the Crimson Serpent 4-turn cooldown available on turn 1. It's going to give her 20 limit burst gauge crystals, 100% high tide, and Dystopia Reborn for 5 turns. We're going to skip Dysphoria and Distress because they are some garbage filler skills you'll never use. She does have Power of the Earth Crystal though, which is going to give 80% fire, earth, and dark resist to all allies for 4 turns, as well as 100% magic and spirit. So a little bit of utility here with the elemental resistances. She has Origins Fire, Origins Stone, and Origins Dark. These are Chaos Wave, not Chaos Wave Awakened, but Chaos Wave chaining frame families. You will only use these if you need the 80% imperils associated with them. So it is 80% fire, earth, and dark imperil for 4 turns all enemies. She does have better imperils than this, so you may not be using these skills at all. As we move into some skills that you will use, Doom Impact is the first one we'll talk about. It's Chaos Wave Awaken, the low multiplier 4.0, but it will help you build that Chaos Wave Awaken chain multiplier up as you triple cast and quadricast your Chaos Wave skills. The main draw of this skill here is that it now in global will give a 4.0 mod to your big damage dealing skills for 4 turns, which are Black Demise, Red Demise, and Brown Demise, which sounds like, I don't know how that name slipped through the cracks. Someone found that in a porta potty somewhere, the Brown Demise. Goodness gracious. She does have a non-elemental Chaos Wave damage option with Grim Wonder, goes up to a 24 times multiplier, but you won't be using this skill unless the enemy's resistant to all of the different elements that you can do, which is going to be, you've guessed it, once again, Earth, Dark, and Fire damage. She has triple cast Dark Power at 7-star, double cast Dark Power at 6-star, so 7-star you're going to have permanent triple cast. She has Flirt for a little bit of charm action, but we don't care about that. What we care about is Brown Demise, Black Demise, and Red Demise here. Your 3 go-to damage dealing skills. They start out at 5 times multipliers. With 6 casts, they max out at a 20 times multiplier. Brown Demise is earth damage, Black Demise is dark damage, and Red Demise is fire damage, and they are all Chaos Wave Awakened skills. Her 2 cooldown skills she gains access to at 7-star are End of Paradise, which is a 6-turn cooldown available on turn 1. It's going to be a 120% fire, earth, and dark imperil for 5 turns to all enemies. She's going to get a 250% magic bonus for 5 turns to the caster as well, and enables 5 turns of quadruple dark power to the caster. So 5 turns of quad cast, 250% magic buff, which is a buff in global as well. It used to be at 200, now it's at 250. So obviously you're going to be using this skill on turn 1. You can triple cast it, so you're going to start off with your triple dark power, End of Paradise, and either start building up stacks of your Chaos Wave Awaken with Red Demise, or give yourself a 4.0 multiplier increase with your previous skill that we talked about, which was Doom Impact. and then one of the demises, as well as End of Paradise. You also have access to a last and final skill, 4-turn cooldown available on turn 4, Femme Fatale, 24 times multiplier Graviton Cannon non-elemental damage. It gives you 100 MP per turn for 4 turns, and it will give you Dystopia Reborn for 5 turns, unlocks as a new skill. Her passives here, you've guessed it, a lot of magic and MP passive. We have 10% magic and MP, 5% auto refresh, 10% more MP, 50% high tide, 50% true double hand, and 50% true dual wield magic, 20% attack, weird, 30% magic when equipped with a robe, defense, magic, and HP plus 20%, 100% additional high tide, immunity to silence, paralysis, and petrification, spirit and MP plus 20%, charm immunity, magic plus 40%, fire, earth, and dark resistance 30%, 7% additional MP refresh per turn. Her trust ability, which is activated by either her TMR or super TMR, 50% magic and 4 limit burst gauge crystals per turn. So even as something as simple as her materia, her normal TMR is going to give you 100% magic. So that's going to be pretty powerful to stick and very hard to beat in the materia slot. Sorceress Crest here, magic HP and MP 30%, increases your magic by 150% when your HP drops below 81%. So nothing super crazy there, but that will probably proc, so you're usually going to have minimum 150% magic buff on this character. Rising Nemesis has you a chance to counter with the Rising Nemesis when hit by a physical attack, max 1 per turn, 20% magic passive, and then her final passive, Irreplaceable Memories, defense and spirit of 30%, and then another very important 50% true double hand and 50% true dual wield for magic here. It also gives a 1.0 multiplier increase to Doom Impact, Grim Wonder, Origins, Dark Origins, Fire, and Origin Stone, and then a very impressive 3 times multiplier to Black Demise, Brown Demise, and Red Demise, which also is a global exclusive buff for her. So remember, those skills meet a max of a 20 times multiplier when normally stacked. You can give them a 4 times additional multiplier increase for 4 turns with Doom Impact, and then that passive we just went over gives them an additional 30. So these actually can go all the way up to 27 times multipliers very easily in FFBE, which is much higher than it was in JP. Both of those were 0.5 multiplier increases. So from 21 to 27, that is a pretty substantial increase here. Dystopia Reborn is a 35 times non-elemental magic damage dealing chain finisher skill that also gives you 4 limit burst gauge crystals. This was the skill that was unlocked by Crimson Serpent and Femme Fatale. Quadruple dark power, you get it by End of Paradise and Empress's Judgment. And then Rising Nemesis, which is her counter, is a 100% Dark Imperil and a 50% Spirit Break. Nothing super insane there. She has some magic you'll never cast, like Ultima. Very nice. Her limit burst here is Empress's Judgment. It does a 26 times multiplier non-elemental magic attack that ignores 50% spirit, so that's going to be a 52 times multiplier. It's also going to be a 120% Fire, Earth, and Dark Imperil for 2 turns to the enemy. It's going to cure Magic Break to the caster and enables Quadruple Dark Power for 3 turns to the caster. So using the Quadruple Cast unlock Quadruple Dark Power from Empress Judgment in conjunction with her limit burst. Once the End of Paradise Quadricast wears off, you'll use her LB, do a little bit of damage, get the 120% Imperil back for Fire, Earth, and Dark, and get the Quadruple Dark Power back. This is going to give you like 1 turn of downtime where you have to use her limit burst, and then you'll be good to go with your permanent Quadruple Dark Power with the 120% Imperil. So very, very strong character. You just very simple to use as well. End of Paradise, you have your Imperils right there. You have your magic buff right there. You have your Quadricast right there. Then you start picking red, black, or brown Demise. Whatever the element the opponent's weak to, you stick with that. And then while you're doing that damage, at the start, you'll use 1 cast of Doom Impact to get the 4.0 multiplier for 4 turns. So you'll do something like turn 1, End of Paradise, plus Doom Impact, plus Red Demise. Turn 2, Red Demise, Red Demise, Red Demise, Red Demise. Turn 3, Red Demise, Red Demise, Red Demise, Red Demise. Turn 4, Red Demise, Red Demise, Red Demise, Red Demise. Then turn 5, Limit Burst. Turn 6, you'll have Quadricast back with the Imperil. You go Doom Impact, Red Demise, Red Demise, Red Demise. Then Red Demise, Red Demise, Red Demise, End of Paradise, and then you just keep doing that over and over. So very simple, easy unit to use. Get in there, you get those Chaos Wave Awaken. Some people have problems with Chaos Wave Awaken chains. Just aim for the Spark chain like I do, or would tell you with any other chaining frame family. Very strong mage, very, very good. way better than I anticipated her to be. I thought she was going to get a little bit of increase in utility damage, something like that. I did not expect to give them or have them give her like a 6.0 multiplier increase, taking her from a 21 to a 27 times multiplier. Very, very strong character. Will last you a long time as a mage if you are looking for mages. So that's going to be White Lily Dark Fina. If you guys pull for her, let me know if you get lucky down there. I'm not pulling for her. We just got done using literally all the lapis on my account, as you may know. So I'm just kind of sitting easy and breezy. Beautiful cover girl. Hanging out with White Lily Dark Fina on my friends list, I guess. And I'll be looking to see you guys out there. If you want to see more stuff like this, go ahead. Hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. Until then, guys, hopefully I'll see you on stream later tonight for the yearly holiday special. And that's it, guys. I'll see you. I'm bad at ending videos. I'm out. Later.